Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 5 of the Jonesin for Live show. As always, we're getting ready to share this out. Oh, look at that, we're live here. So if you want to join me and share out wherever you are on your wall and your communities, I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm just saying, come join the fun. That's all I'm saying. Come join the fun. I can't talk and write at the same time, so it never really works out. So there we go. We got there, and then we're going to share it in the Energy Hub, which reminds me, if you're not part of our Energy Hub community, what are you waiting for? Come join us. It's our free community where we support each other. We really energize our scrolls, our feeds, just with love, joy, positivity, funny memes, and we support each other when we're struggling. So if you haven't yet, make sure you join the Energy Hub. We have Bernil here. Hey, Bernil. What's up? What up, what up?
Hi.
Yay. Look at that. It worked this time. We got a whole wide screen.
Oh,
I love it.
Life is good. Life is good.
Well, let's start this episode, officially start it like we do, by 3 deep, gentle breaths. So no matter what you're doing, take some time and breathe deep with us. So exhale what you have. And breathe in. And out. Allow your mind and body to be at ease. Breathe in. And out. One more breath. Breathe in. And out. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am grateful for you. Thank you for being here.
So that's how we start, right? Finding our gratitude. So you have another gratitude, or is that?
My gratitude, oh man. I'm grateful for our amazing community. Just the support that we had our masterclass last week, which was amazing, coming out supporting that. We have some cool things, and just the feedback, the love and energy all of you give us is huge. So thank you. Thank you so much for being part of it.
I'm grateful for me mom's cooking. She just cooked me up a birthday feast. We celebrated a little early, and we had some leftovers tonight, and so my tummy's feeling very happy.
What's something you are grateful for? Drop that in the comments and let us know something you are grateful for. It could be something big, it could be something small. It doesn't matter, right? That's the cool part about gratitudes. It doesn't matter what size they are, or if it might seem silly to somebody else. If it matters to you, be grateful for it. Embrace that joy, because it matters to you, right? So embrace it. Let it brighten your day. I see we have Bernil here, as we mentioned earlier. Hello again. And Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. Good to have J-Lo joining us, hopping in. Well, today's focus of the Jonesin for Live, right? We have different focuses, different themes, topics for each of them. This one is all about the power of habits and rituals. And the crazy thing is we all have habits and rituals in our life. We all do at different times. The interesting thing, at least I think it's interesting, is that many times we don't think about them. They just naturally develop, right? For me, making coffee, well, I just turn the coffee maker on in the morning. That become a habit. And sometimes we don't think about it. We do it out of necessity once, but then it can become a habit. And unless we look at them, I know I've had habits that no longer serve us. So today we're going deep in habits so you can make sure that the habits you have are serving you. So let's see, we got Bernil here in the comments. Hopping back to gratitudes real quick. I'm grateful I have the next 2 days off to recharge. Yay! Yes. Happy vacation, Bernil. Hopefully get some good time to recharge. Mm-hmm. Jennifer says, grateful for my friend Casey's restaurants. I love it. Casey's and restaurant. I imagine they're all 3 different things, which is beautiful. If they're all one, that's awesome. That's cool.
I think it might be her friend's restaurant, and the friend's name is Casey.
That would make sense.
It's a comma thing.
That's why you understand all that, and you're editing my book. I'm not the one editing
I could be wrong. I don't know. It's okay.
I would imagine.
Whatever it is, yay.
It's a good look at the camera. Well, all right, let's hop into rituals. Why do rituals matter, Katie?
So one thing is stress reduction. The American Psychological Association actually says that having predictable rituals can provide structure, and it can also help with decision fatigue, which I don't know if you've experienced that. Yes, for sure. And it can reduce your stress levels a ton as well.
Right? It's amazing how much those little things can make. Also, the connection between the rituals between your body, your mind, and your mental self and your physical self is huge. Let me try getting back on track here. It's really good because it connects your physical and your mental body, right? And it's so cool to see how it comes together, especially if you think of meditation, right, or breath work, adding that as a habit to add in your life. All of a sudden, it's calming your mind, so you're not thinking as fast, right, or all over the place. You can be more focused, but also your body's calmer. Your heart rate slows down. Your blood pressure comes down, and overall a healthier life.
Wow,
which is amazing. Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Nice, that's good stuff. So I thought maybe we could share some of our rituals that we have. Right?
One of my rituals is asking Katie to edit things on Facebook. So Jennifer,
Yes,
you're
Katie.
right.
I had a feeling. Yes, it's a common thing. It's okay. It's okay.
I might learn it one of these years.
It's all right. No
Probably
worries.
not, but you never know.
So, thinking about rituals, a ritual that I have is that I started probably a year ago or something like that was meditation. And I know Spencer's really good at meditating, and he does it in all sorts of different ways and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I should really kind of get into that. So I started having this set routine, this habit, where I have to, I voodoo floss my feet, which sounds like some sort of crazy witchcraft or something, but it just means I use like resistance bands.
It's crazy witchcraft. It's crazy.
Right, yeah.
Or it's not.
Scientific. So I wrap my feet with resistance bands really tight to kind of cut off circulation a little bit, and then I elevate my feet. And then when I unwrap, it kind of like flushes, all the fluids and reduces swelling and stuff. Because, getting older now, so, things happen. But anyway, so I know, I'm so old. So,
Her birthday is Saturday, everyone. January 4th. So make sure you take, if you can, if you're willing, take a moment out of your day, wish Katie a happy birthday. You can do it here in the comments, too. That'd be awesome. An early birthday. Or if on Saturday, you can wish her happy birthday because you're getting so old.
I know, I'll be even older come Saturday.
Yeah.
But anyway, so when I did the voodoo flossing, I lay there for like 8 minutes on my back with my legs up, and I was like, well, this is kind of boring, and I don't want to sit and fart around on my phone and do something pointless. So I thought, hey, I'll start meditating. So I started with little bits, like I mean, we're talking like 45 seconds because my mind wanders really, really hardcore. And I worked it up to where I was meditating for like 6 whole minutes, and then the other 2 minutes I would do like some affirmations and stuff like that. So that's my ritual that I use.
It's a great ritual, and I love how you habit stacked it. You started with one, okay, I'm going to voodoo floss. Well, all right, if I'm just sitting here, maybe you, and I don't know, maybe you played around on your phone or thought about the day at first, but then you're like, well, let me stack something on top of it. Mm-hmm. And that's how, that's what I do a lot of the times. If you've watched a lot of the things I've shared and stuff, I talk about my morning routine often. But if you haven't, here it is. So for me, I wake up, brush my teeth, and we have a home gym at our home, a space to work out. So I brush my teeth and I come downstairs to work out. And before I used to just work out, right? And I had to start that habit because I was heavier and out of shape more than I wanted. So I started to work out, which I had to create that habit. But after I got that going, I'm like, okay, now let's see what else I can do. I heard about journaling. Journaling's great. So then I started journaling, and I started affirmations and gratitudes. So now what I do is I wake up, brush my teeth, come downstairs, and then I journal, and then I write my affirmations, and then I write my gratitudes, and I pause and really feel them, and then I work out, and then I'll meditate. And after that, then I go start my day. So my whole morning routine, depending on the workout and things and how long I journal for, those are the two ones that vary the most. I would say it's probably an hour and a half to 2 hours long for that whole morning routine. But it didn't start that way, right? I started out really small, and so I had to build it up. Okay, let's start journaling and then get that consistent. We'll talk more about that, the habit stacking and stuff later. But that's my routine, and know that like Katie's routine, very different than mine. Her routine doesn't take an hour and a half or 2 hours to do. Mine does, and some days it doesn't. And we'll chat more about that stuff too.
Absolutely. So the way to kind of create those habits, to build that up, to incorporate it into your day, is kind of like creating like the habit loop, right? You have a cue, something that reminds you, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So like for me, my cue is that I'm voodoo flossing my feet. Like once I get all settled in and the cat's laying on my stomach while I'm have my legs in the air and all the weird things that happen while I'm voodoo flossing, then that's my trigger, right? My cue that says, oh, okay, it's time to meditate. And then, that routine is the actual action that you're taking, the thing that you're doing, the habit. So then that meditating. And then, of course, you have that outcome, which is like the reward for following through with that habit. So maybe for Spencer, like after he's done exercising, he's like, the endorphin rush is the reward, or feeling like I crushed it and I have so much energy. So for me, when I'm done meditating, I just feel so much calmer. Even if the cat's trying to like eat my shirt while I'm, he's laying on my stomach while I voodoo floss, weird things happen. I don't know, guys. Let's not talk about it. But anyway, I'm becoming Spencer, verbal diarrhea. Anyway, love you. So then you have that reward, that feeling of like the good thing that's coming from it, no matter what your habit is. I mean, there's something, as long as it's a healthy habit and it's serving you and it aligns, then you should have some sort of a good feeling from it, or something that's a positive from it.
Well, and even thinking about it, right? There's bad habits that we have, things that are detrimental to our health, that don't serve us, but they feel good in that moment.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right? And so the reward of that is it's a positive. It feels good, but the everlasting effect of that is negative, or even sometimes harmful, physically harmful to us, mentally harmful, like all the different things.
That's why it's so important to discern what is good for you and not good for you, because of neuroplasticity, the fact that every time you do something, you repeat a habit, you repeat a routine, you make those highways in your brain. And so you want to make sure that you're creating highways that lead you to good things that are good for your health, for your body, for your mind.
And we all have fallen into the bad routines. I'm generalizing it, but I'm going to assume everybody on this planet, unless you're a newborn, have fallen into routines at some point or another, and some of those routines don't serve you. So as you said, discern, are they serving you? Do you know where you're going? Do you have a direction, an idea, a dream, a goal, whatever that is, clear enough, right? Hopefully it's super clear, and if not, that's okay. It's at least a direction to go in, but do your habits align with it? Do they help you reach those goals, or don't they? Maybe, for example, let's say journaling wasn't my thing. Like I tried it and I built up this routine and I followed the habits, or I followed the habit loop of how to build habits, and it just wasn't happening. I'm like, this is I don't feel like I'm getting anything from this. This isn't positively impacting my life. And I gave it a fair shake, right? So caveat, I gave that a fair shake. If all that happened, gave it a fair shake and wasn't serving me, then I would remove it, because it's not serving me. And I've had to do that in certain things, and there's been habits and things I built up that served me once in my life and that part of my journey that don't serve me now. So, okay, once I become aware of that, well, let's change it, and that's okay. And you can always add it back in,
right?
And that's okay, right? So it's looking and seeing what best serves you. There's an awesome book by James Clear called The Atomic Habits, and I highly recommend it. Get it from your library, order it, listen to it, whatever. I've mentioned this book before multiple times in different things, but Atomic Habits by James Clear, amazing book. He breaks down kind of what Katie said. So like the habit loop, there's a cue, then there's the action that you take, and then the reward. The cue, routine or action, reward. That's the three basic steps. So if you're trying to build a habit, and we'll talk about, how to do it in just a little bit even more, but look at the cue. What's your cue? So, turning on the coffee pot in the morning. Well, my cue's walking down the stairs. I turn it on. Well, maybe I don't want to turn on the coffee right then and there. Maybe I want to wait till later. So I have to adjust the cue. Or I want to start a new habit. Well, what's the cue for? What's the trigger for that? And what's the thing, the habit you're doing? Make it easy and make the reward easy. And even if it's not the reward, like you said, I feel good after that. If I'm working out, I feel good. Great. But there's other rewards too for things. What are those rewards? If you can get clear on that and structure it, it makes a big difference. Also, if you tie it into your emotional part of you? Like how does it make you feel? And if we tie it to positive ones, they're going to be longer lasting. Like if we do something because I don't want this, right? You're trying to avoid something that's that negative style. It's not going to last as long. It might be good motivation for the moment, but it's not going to last over time, right? It could be maybe something that you started, but tie it into something positive, some intrinsic motivation for you that's going to help you. And remember, consistency over perfection. Right? I know we have a lot of energizers who are perfectionists. And they'd rather get it perfect. They'd rather get it perfect than just do it, right? It has to be just right before you do it. I have to get this routine just right. I have to have it this way before I start. Screw that. Push yourself outside your comfort zone. Go for it when it's uncomfortable, when it's not perfect. Just do it. Take that action. It might be sloppy. It might not be right. It might not be 100% yet. But start. And then keep taking the action consistently. Every day is not going to be your best effort. Every workout I do is not the best workout I do. Every time I journal is not the best journal. I don't know if there's such a thing as best journaling, but it's different, and that's okay. But by consistently doing it, instead of just waiting till I feel right or this isn't, no, just consistently do it. You start to build up your habits. Your body loves, and I think we touched on this earlier, your body loves creating habits and routines. It loves structure because it eliminates your brain from thinking and making all these different decisions. It's trying to save energy, right? Your body is trying to conserve as much energy as possible, and you making decisions, oh, what am I going to do here? Well, how am I going to do this here? Burns energy, right? It burns calories, even just thinking about those things. Now, so your body.
Wait, I can burn calories just thinking?
Isn't that crazy? I know.
Like,
you're on a treadmill right
now,
now, aren't you?
Can I choose where?
I wish you
calories?
could. Wouldn't that be nice?
Okay, darn. Anyway, sorry.
But yeah, it's crazy. Just by thinking your thoughts, you're burning calories. And then there's whole vibrations, all the crazy stuff, but we won't go down that road. So your body wants to conserve it. So it builds these routines and habits. That's why it builds habits so quickly. It looks for these routines. Okay, they're doing this consistency. Let's do this so that it burns less calories. So yes, it's going to take more work to start something new, to create something new, to build a new habit, a new routine, a new ritual, whatever it is. It's going to take time and more energy because it's something new. You have to create those new positive neural pathways to do it. And then, you put in the positivity, you follow the cue, the routine and reward, then you're helping yourself make it easier. So it's going to take a little bit of work, but then it becomes this habit that then you don't have to burn as many calories for just going through that routine. I don't have to think about my routine of coming downstairs, grabbing my journal and writing right away. It's a habit. I don't think about it, right? It's automatic. And I know some people are like, well, if I don't do this, I get cranky, right? I'm upset if I don't get my workout in that day. I need it for me. I get that that whatever that is, it could be workout, could be whatever, is nice to have, but is it really the thing that makes you less cranky? Because then, sure, it might help, but how much is it is your mindset telling you, well, I'm cranky today because I didn't get in my workout, as opposed to you just being like, oh, okay, I'm just going to choose and work not to be angry or frustrated or whatever it is. I know I struggled with this. I used to beat myself up, and I just felt off if I didn't do my whole morning routine. Like, we go on vacation, I don't do my morning routine, and moving my body, or even rest days, I feel off. And then one of my friends in the men's mastermind group that I'm part of said, what if it's more of an intention than the action you're doing? Now, am I intentionally working out? So what if I gave my something else, what am I trying to say? Intentional action instead of working out. So, okay, so on days off, I can grab my journal, I could do it. Or I'll intentionally just meditate, and I'm intentionally just doing those things. And what I realized, all of a sudden I'm not cranky. I'm not upset or feeling off because I didn't do my routine. I was intentionally doing my routine, and then I intentionally did something else, and that served me as well. So just some stuff to think of. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this? Do you have habits? We're almost into the new year. Is there a habit that you would like to build, or maybe a habit you would like to get rid of? Share it in the comments below. Share some of the habits you have, or something maybe you're looking to get rid of or add into your life. There's no judgment, right? This is a safe place for you to share, and we're here to support you and love you and help you with this. And obviously, we have things that can help you build those habits and structure and all those things. Jonesin Academy has trainings and courses, etc. We have cohorts. There's Energy Hub. all these things to be here to support you. But you have to know what those things are first, right? So hopefully you'll get some awareness, and the tools and strategies we shared here can help. I see Jennifer commented, love Atomic Habits. Need to read it all the way through. I skip through it and read different bits, right? Because it's so cool because it shares little different bits of information at the end of each chapter. You kind of do like a quick recap. It's really, really good. Definitely check it out. Hey, Kyle, I know this guy. Thank you for watching, Kyle. I appreciate you being here, joining us. Thank you. So, habits. Burn less calories by creating habits that serve you and get rid of the ones that don't. And let's make sure we're rocking and rolling, that you are intentionally having habits that serve you in 2025.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a good plan. I like it, at least. So we have a couple sections left. We have a Q&A session. So if you do have any questions for us about habits, about anything, drop them in the comments. Drop them there. Let us know, and we'll read them and answer them after the next couple sections to start thinking about it. But we have answers in 60 seconds. We may keep changing the name of that. Advice in 60 seconds, answers in whatever. Answers in 60 seconds. So this one comes from Morris. What if I ask you at first? You want to go for it?
Sure.
All right. Then you can ask me, and I'll give my response to it. Okay. So Morris asked this question, and that is, we do a lot of stuff. Jonesin 4 Academy, the Energy Hub, all the content, the events, all the different things we do. How do we stay sane, right? How do we balance doing all of these things? I know this is direction at us for like all the things we do, but I invite you to think of all the plates you're spinning at once, right? All the things you're juggling. So Katie, how do you balance all the things you are juggling?
I think a big thing is whoever you're working with, whether like Spencer and I work together, or if you are, you have colleagues at the office or whatever it might be, that you try to break up the things that you can based on people's strengths. I know that I've taken some things off of Spencer's plate where he's like, oh, this drains me and it's terrible. And I'm like, oh, I don't mind it. Done. And then some things I'm like, oh, can you do this? Because it's just really not my thing. And I think as far as, that just helps you feel more balanced because you're doing things that are your strengths instead of things that you struggle with. And I think it's really important to find time to do things that you enjoy. Like, I try to make sure that I read for a while. Well, sometimes I read too long before bed, every night, because reading is my biggest passion. And so even if I'm like stressed out, I'm like, oh, I have to get up early in the morning and I have 50 billion things to do, I still want to take that time to read because it's something that fulfills me and makes me feel really happy. What about you, Spencer?
How do I balance all the crazy stuff we do?
There's a lot.
There's so many things. Okay, 60 seconds. So my answer to that is compartmentalize and schedule. That's probably there. That's the answer. Done. Thank you. Have a good day.
Quick,
I balance this out. But okay, I'll go into it a little bit more. Compartmentalize, as in when I'm working on something, whatever it is, and I'm not diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm definitely all over the place. Squirrel, shiny object, right? All those different things. It was hard for me, but for me, I found if I could focus on one thing, let me just put it like a silo, let me get laser vision on it, whatever it is, however you want to call it, and just focus on one thing. And then, okay, that time's up. Now let's switch to the next thing, the other thing. I found having, it's an egg timer. Why can't I think of, I can't remember. There's research studies about it. But in any case, your mind can focus up to 50 minutes, 45 minutes, as a really, really well-trained, on top of it brain, which most of us don't have. Maybe Olympians have it, right? But your brain can focus on something for 45 minutes, and then it needs to change. So that's how I structure my work life. It's usually 45, 50 minutes. This is a focus time. Then I take 5 to 10 minutes, go do something else. And then I come back. Maybe I have focus on that same topic, something else. So I do that. But to do all that, I need to schedule. So my schedule broken out by the hour. This is what I'm focused on. I have my to-do list. I add the to-do list to the schedule. So this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm focused on. This is what I'm focused on. If I get done faster than I think, great. Then I have some extra free time, or I could sneak into something else. Or if I take a little bit longer, okay, do I need to adjust or flex? Flex things a little bit. But I make sure I'm maximizing my brain's power, my focus energy, and it takes a while to get to 45 minutes. Sometimes it's just 10 minutes. Let me get 10 minutes, take a 2-minute break, get up and move, come back, 10 minutes. And just focus on one thing at a time. So I know it's longer than 60 seconds, but really compartmentalize as in just focus and then schedule. That's been the biggest thing.
I feel like in my schedule, I have it so that I have my planner and I like divided my life into like categories. So I'm like, oh, this is my writing. This is what I need to do to clean this week. This is stuff for the household. This is stuff for the family. And then I like list all of the things. And then what I'll do is to find the balance of, so I don't just do all the cleaning because I don't feel like doing any Jonesin 4 work, or the opposite, I try to say, okay, I need to complete X amount of tasks from each different category.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can, delegate, God, I couldn't think of the word, delegate the things that you do. So obviously we have MM, who's an amazing team member. I delegated a lot to her when she joined us like 4.5 years ago. When Katie retired from teaching and joined us, then I asked her if she'd be willing to take Stefan, and I started delegating things to her that she was cool with taking on. That helps. That's not always the case, but if we could delegate those things, that allows me more time to focus on my strengths, the things that I could do well or that are more my wheelhouse, like budgeting. Yeah, I can do it, right? I could track the books, do all that stuff, right? The accounting part of it. I can. Not my favorite thing to do. I'm okay at it, but Katie loves it. So by all means, give that to Katie. Right. So hopefully that answers it. I see Jennifer asked a fabulous question, or actually shared her thoughts on it. She said when she read Morris's question on the post I put up, so when I read Morris's question earlier, I thought he meant how we, your energizers, know what to do and what we take in. I love that. I'm so glad. I'm so happy you shared that and brought that, because obviously I took it a different way. So, do you have an answer for that one? Okay, I'll go. I wanted to give you a chance. I do a lot of talking.
Yeah.
So. All right. So, Morris's question from Jennifer's point of view, which is maybe this is how Morris meant it. I don't know. So, how do we, as energizers, how do all of you know what to do? Of all the things that we do have so many things: events and JFA, in-person virtual events, the Jonesin 4 Academy, the Energy Hub. We have some cool things starting chapters soon, things like that. There's so much. So, how do you know what to do and what to take in? First and foremost, where are you on your journey? And think about what resonates with you. We do a lot of things, and they're for different parts of your journey, if that makes sense. So, and they can all fit at some points, and maybe you'll fit into them all at one point. But let me get there for a quick moment. So let's say Energy Vampire Hunt, our one-day event. That's for people who are wanting to become more aware of their energy vampires, learn how to plug into infinite energy and do that. And now you can do that multiple times. It's a great refresher, and maybe there's new things, but that's usually like our base level, right? Mm-hmm. You start there. And then let's do Crush and Conquer event so that you're building confidence and courage in yourself and in your strength, creating those boundaries and belief in yourself. And then, okay, you're feeling better, then come to the meditation experience so that you find that calm, that inner peace within, right? So now you're confidence and courage, but oh my gosh, there's so many things. Well, now let's find that calm and peace. And then the extra things is to stay energized, winter yoga retreat, the international experience, things like that, right? Our summit are ways to stay connected. So where are you in your journey? What aligns with you? And maybe you want to do things multiple times, and that's okay. The Energy Hub, it's a community for all of us to come together and have support. That's one answer to it.
Ooh, it's getting dicey.
The answer, I would say, if I didn't want to dance around it and share like those different things that we offer there, is what aligns with you? What truly resonates with you? Does the meditation experience resonate? Great. Then check it out, come join us. Does the Jonesin 4 Academy, I think, hopefully resonates with everyone. We designed it that way because there's so many courses and trainings that help you overcome so many different obstacles in your journey, so that whenever you come up with one, because you're going to come up against obstacles, you'll have trainings from vetted, accessible, relatable experts that then you can learn from and grow from. So I think that's a base thing for me, is like, okay, you're part of the Energy Hub, so you have the community, you have the family, You have JFA for those moments you're struggling, and then you can pick and choose the events that make sense. My thoughts are like the summit would make sense because you get to stay energized. But I know some people are like, I'm not into big crowds. I'd rather do the experiences, like the more like international things. Cool. What resonates best with you? We have all these master classes. Awesome. And you love what we do. Maybe you want to come to all of them, but you can't because of time and life and all those things. Pick the ones that resonate the most with you. Now, saying this, you're a complex person. I'm complex. Katie's complex. We have different things and we learn and grow. If you're not sure what aligns with you, what things we offer that make sense, reach out. Like, honestly, reach out to us. We're more than happy to have a conversation, to chat, and see what aligns. We're not going to sell you into anything or try to convince you to join something if it doesn't align or make sense. And if it does, we'll tell you about it, and then you can tell us, yeah, this sounds cool. Let me learn more about it, or not. We're not here to hard sell or do anything. We just want to point out the different options of things that we have and what other people have, right? A lot of our energizers, as many of you know, are entrepreneurs. They have their own businesses, and we want to help support them too. So if it makes sense, we'll share that. Yeah, there's one other part I was going to say with that. What is it now? This is a lot longer than 60 seconds. But I hope that makes sense.
60 minutes?
Yeah, there you go. I could do that. But what makes sense to you? Oh, that's what I was going to say, is whether we can hop on a call with you, but our team member, Sean, who's amazing at really seeing things that people don't see sometimes because they're too close to it, what's holding him back. He literally just joined the team a week ago on Monday. So super excited to have him on board. And so now people can set up calls with him. So you can chat with us or chat with him. And so chat with the Jonesin 14 member and really get the clarity of what's next. Because, what aligns with you, what doesn't, right? And we'll just have a conversation. And you have a conversation with Sean or whatever. We're there to support you and help you. So I hope that answers it in a long way. But really the most direct answer is what aligns best. Yeah.
Good one.
So,
Little behind the scenes. What quirky habits do you have?
we talked about this beforehand. I forgot what we came up with. I was trying to rack my brain for it and be like, what weird, quirky things do I do? I'm weird. I'm quirky. No doubt about that. Oh, that's right. Okay. Katie's whispering, say this. Say this.
Line!
Yeah, so weird, quirky thing, and I guess it's a habit to a degree, is when I sleep, I'll put my head under the pillow at times. So sometimes it's on top, other times it's underneath the pillow. It's the cool side of the pillow, it's the cool side.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one thing. Sometimes I do it, not all the time, but I do it often.
Yes, you do.
Probably every night.
You do. Mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What's a quirky thing you do?
Oh, my obsessive compulsive disorder gives me lots of quirky things. But one of them is when people talk to me, I count how many words are in their sentence that they're saying, and odd numbers make me feel a little nervous. So I always try to hope that they're going to end with an even amount of words. It's weird, but there you go. That's what I do.
5's okay though, right?
5s are okay because 5 is that it's like that friendly number, but other odd numbers just get a little edgy.
So if you ever see Katie's eyes just kind of glaze over when you're talking, she's just counting. But the crazy thing is, when she told me this, when we were dating, when you told me that, I have no idea how you do it. Like, how you do that. And yet you're listening, you're attentive, you're hearing all this stuff, and yet you're counting and changing numbers to this number, or change to this number, and all those different things. I don't know how she does it. It's a quirky habit, and one you pull off really well. I tried it once. I got lost. I had no idea what the person was saying, and I lost count after 4, so it didn't help anyway. So go, Katie.
There you have it.
If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I don't see any. I forgot to mention that earlier, but if you do have any, drop them in there. We'll be more than happy to answer them afterwards. I think that's it, except for our challenge. So, Katie, what challenge are you dishing out for our
I'm
Energizer?
dishing.
You're dishing it out tonight.
So we invite you to develop one simple daily ritual. So just one. We're not asking for you to overhaul your entire life. Come up with a habit, a ritual, something that you can implement and get in place. And we would love to hear in the Energy Hub how you feel after you've put that into practice and you've had that going. So if you start something tomorrow or even tonight, like later this week, drops just put in there like, hey, watch Jonesin 4 live, and this is the habit that I'm trying to implement. And maybe you don't have it fully implemented, you're struggling, you want some advice. Do the same thing, put a post and ask Energizers, ask the community how we could support and help you get that habit in place. But try developing some sort of a new habit or ritual that will help you, right? Something that's going to help you accomplish something or move forward in the way that you want to.
I love it. What a great challenge. I can't wait to see the challenges you write in the Energy Hub. So with that, thank you for being here, for joining us in this episode. We have one more episode left of Season 1. This is Episode 5. Next week is Episode 6, and that is our final episode for Season 1. So if you like the show, let us know what you like about it in the comments, even on the replay. Let us know what you enjoy about it so that we know if we bring it back for Season 2, what we want to keep and keep in the show, right? So just let us know in those comments what you like and all that good stuff. So thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you. Keep being you. Keep shining your beautiful and amazing light with the world. Make those habits stick, the ones that serve you. So with that, we'll catch you later. All right.
Bye.
Bye.